Hello, welcome to this week's video. My name is Miss Cindy Renteria. I'm one of the home visitors for our Savoy home-based program. Thank you for joining me. We're going to be doing our infants video for this week. Happy to see you guys again. I know we were on a break and I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. You guys were able to unwind, relax, enjoy your little ones being at home with you, your family. I know right now it's not times can be tough of us visiting our family members or going taking trips or going just visiting our significant others at this time. But I hope you guys enjoy your time off and were able to continue with your activities, continue on the learning process, because remember, mom and dad, we learn every day, especially our infants. Every day there's something new that they do. Every day there's something that they amuse us in doing. We're going to go ahead and start with our song, and then from our song we go ahead and do our reading for the week, and we go on and talk about our activity and so on. So here we are. Miss Cindy's here today. Miss Cindy's here today. Clap, clap, clap. Miss Cindy's here today. And remember, moms and dads, if our little ones are, of course, we have our baby ones. We want to sing to them and give them that one-on-one time for them. If we have the ones that are already mimicking or starting to make sounds, or ba ba ma 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 ba ba, or they just start making sounds, that's perfect. Go ahead and sing to them, and we may have the little ones that follow us with the clapping. So it's important, it doesn't matter the age they are. Reading and singing is always a good way. And especially singing, it promotes so much language, so much social skills. Everything you can think of comes from singing to our little ones, especially from reading to them too. And the book that I have today is called Hello Bugs. And then we have the front of the book, we have the spine of the book, and the back of the book. We want to constantly name our body parts of the book. You may feel like, oh, they're tiny, they still don't know. It's better for us to start mentioning it. And by the time when they start talking, they'll probably just say front, spine, they'll beat you to it. And that's what makes it, that you're doing a really good thing. So we're going to go ahead and start reading. Hello, ladybug. Scurry, scurry, scurry. Hello, caterpillar. Yum, yum, munch, munch, munch. The caterpillar's munching on the leaf. Hello, bee. Bzzz. Hello, grasshopper. Cricket, cricket, cricket. Hello, dragonfly. Bzzz, bzz. Hello, spider. The spider's creeping down. Hello, snail. It's moving slowly, slowly. Hello, worm. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Hello, beetle. Scoot, 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 scoot. Hello, butterfly. And it's flying, it's flying. The end. Remember, moms and dads, we want to make reading fun. We want them to enjoy it at all times. Reading to our little ones is very important at any age time, and especially right now that they're in infants and they're in their prime time. Even reading to them a few pages, sometimes we may not have the time to read the whole book, but you may read a few pages, or just name the animals, and that's more than important. And remember, reading every day helps in the long run. And what we have here, the activity for this week is going to be flip flap, looking and remembering. You guys received this activity in your packet. What is it that you need for this activity? Well, you need some pieces of cardboard. I just went ahead and got some cardboard from some flowers that I previously bought. So what I did is just cut them up. You don't necessarily have to have a box. You can use a cereal box, or like me that I used from cardboard from some flowers that I purchased. And you need a piece of fabric or a piece of paper, anything, some markers or pictures. And what we want to do is called flip flap and looking and remembering. So we want to be able to have your cardboard, and we want you to put up, let's say you have a piece of fabric that you're no longer using. So you want your little one to be able to flip over the fabric or your cardboard and be able to see a picture here. A picture that could be cut out from what you have at home, or family members themselves, or even a picture that you can cut out from the weekly ads or the magazine. So you want your little one to be able to flap to see the picture. Make a flap on the cardboard by attaching fabric, glue, or tape, and play together. Ask, can you find the face? Or what's under here? Can you lift this top? You can also make a flipboard with the mirror under the fabric. Like you can play peekaboo or it's all gone. Allow your baby to play as long as she's interested. Encourage her to look under the fabric, to be able to pick up the fabric. He or she may be better able to find the hidden pictures to uncover them all. And of course, we have the little ones. What we can do for them, you can go ahead and just flip the flap for them. You can put a black and white picture. You can put a picture of yourself or a picture of the baby. And you can show it to the baby. Or you can just say, peekaboo, peekaboo. You can play that one with them too. And what's in it for us in this activity is going to be social emotional. The relationship you are continuing to develop as you play together is very necessary for your child's feelings and of self-worth. Cognitive. Your baby is developing object permanence. This is the understanding that she doesn't have to see an object for it to exist. This is an important concept. It helps you understand that when you go into a room, you will come back. So by doing this activity, we're working on many other things. Babies at this age are making more connections between sensations. They are connecting on how something looks and how it feels. So remember, doing this little activity is giving them the reassurance that when mommy walks out of a room, mommy will come back. And book sharing. Lift the flaps of books to encourage your baby's curiosity. Explain to her how to lift the paper flaps gently so she doesn't pull them off. Of course, that's another side of this activity. So you want to be gentle. I know little ones at this time, they want to jank it or they don't measure their strength. This is why we have mom and dad to be able to help them and reassure them and do the hand-in-hand motion so they can know that it's gentle. A safety tip for this activity: when you make homemade toys, always inspect and make sure that nothing will come out apart. Remember, we want to be very cautious. We're working with little ones. We want to make sure that when we use glue, when we use tape, that it's completely dry. We don't want them eating it, or we want to make sure our tape is secure accurately. We don't want it to be able to pick up or then put them in their mouth. And of course, this activity is going to be done with you, along with you. So, you'll be there in order if anything happens. And what we have here for our parenting behaviors on our parent handout is going to be noticing and responding to cues. Do you guys receive this handout in your packet? Your child is tuned into you. She notices your big actions as well as small details like your voice inflections and body language. You tune into her in the same ways, which helps you respond in a positive way that promotes her development. Together, you are building an important parent-child connection. You and your child are both changing dynamic people. You have intentions and emotions that impact your behavior from one day to the next, or even on 1 hour to the next. Of course, many things can get in the way of your parent-child connection, like daily distractions, having a busy schedule. It takes time to tune in, but it's worth it. It's worth it that you guys are noticing and responding to all your little one's cues. When your child feels excited, you might naturally respond with a tone that reflects her emotions. This kind of mirroring can also happen when your child feels sad or frustrated. It helps your child know that you understand. There are many patterns that responsive parenting behaviors can take. For example, try social turn taking. This pattern starts with the feeling your child has. She uses a cue to let you know what she feels. She may also change her facial, anything, and as parents, if we see someone sad, what happens to us? We get sad. If we see someone happy, we get happy. Use reflective listening by repeating back to your child's idea or interpreting her body language. This response will validate your child's thoughts. Also, responding happens when you consider your child's approach to learning and her temperament. Then you adapt your behaviors based on that information, plus your child's interest and perspective in the moment. This parent handout here gives us a lot of ways that we can notice and respond to our children's cues. It's important to let our children know that we know how they're feeling, or why is it that they're feeling sad, or when they're feeling happy, or so. We want to be responsive to that. Your child's perspective, your child's mix of life experiences and cognitive skills are growing. Sometimes this can cause her to form thoughts that seem irrational or silly to you, but these thoughts are personal to her. In her stage of development, they just make sense. So here you are. I hope you guys take time to read it, and read it among you and your husband and your child's dad, and really, really gain information from this. And of course, when your home visitor gives you a call, you guys can discuss it, or you can give her any feedback that you have on it. One more that we have here is uh, a fact sheet for families from the Head Start Early Childhood Learning Knowledge Center. When a child bites another child, I know maybe right now you may have a biter at home, or you may not. This here gives you a fact sheet for you as a family to do. When a child bites another child, biting is a common but upsetting behavior of toddlers. It is important for parents to address biting when it occurs. The fact sheet provides tips for parents and program staff on how to better understand issues about biting. I hope nobody has a biter at home, but if you do, this is awesome, awesome information. Of course, when a child bites another child, you want to interfere and immediately. The child who bit and bitten child stay calm, don't overreact, or yell or give a lengthy explanation. Use your voice and expression to show that biting is not acceptable. Look into your child's eyes, say calmly but firmly, I do not like it when you bite people. For a child with more limited language, just say no biting people. Point out how the biter's behavior affected the other person. You heard him, he's crying. You heard her, she's crying. Encourage the child who has bitten to tell the biter, you hurt me. Encourage the child to bit to help the other child by getting an ice pack. We want to stay calm when it's this kind of situations. Preventing biting. Reinforce desired behavior. Notice and acknowledge when you like what your child is doing, especially for showing empathy or social behavior, such as patting or crying, a crying child, offering to take turns with a toy or hugging gently. Of course, do not humiliate or isolate a child who's biting. Also, discourage play which involves pretend biting or seems too rough and out of control. Help the child make connections with others. So, of course, if we have a little one at home that is biting, you want to address it right away and let them know that it's not right to bite, but we have to stay calm, and we have to know that we go in there screaming, why did you bite? The one that bit doesn't even know what happened. Now he's crying, now he's screaming. The whole biting situation escalated because now he doesn't know what he did wrong, and the one that bit is crying and screaming and doesn't know that he should say, you're hurting me. Or if you have a little one, your little one surrounded by someone that bites, you want your little one to be able to tell that person, you hurt me, it hurts. To be able to use your words other than trying to hit the other person that bit them. And of course, that's, the first reaction is to push or to kick. We want them to use their words and say, you're hurting me, it hurts, or come to you. And you want to be able to use your words when it comes to communicating with your little one when it's biting. I hope you guys enjoyed all this great information, and thank you for joining me for this week. If you have any questions, you can always ask myself, Ms. Cindy Renteria, your home visitor, for any questions or any type of feedback that you would like to give us for this activity. And then also, I wanted to remind you guys, if you have any dentals or physicals at home, please, give them to your home visitor. We are collecting them at all times. And then also I wanted to remind you guys, if you know anyone that's interested in our home beds program, we're going to be starting to recruit pretty soon. We're already going to be starting taking applications. So if you know anyone that's interested, just go ahead and let us know. We can reach out to them, or or you can let us give them information of the program, or if they want to talk to one of the home visitors, we're more than happy to do it. We are looking forward for our new families for the new upcoming school year. And thank you so much for being patient and listening to me and joining me on this day. Thank you so much. Take care and be safe. Bye-bye.